Today I want to talk to you about the power of three really quickly and in slightly different light. Because, I always talk about the power of three, and it's such a simple concept. It's really not much to it to understand. It's just about the implementation, it's just doing it. And I want to show you something very interesting. So what I want to show you is how the power of three can be used to write a whole book. Now this is a pretty thick book. This is one book in one volume right here. Now this is the same book in 3 volumes. Okay, as you can see, that's 3 volumes. It's pretty much the same book. You may have heard of this book. The title is The Anatomy of Melancholy by Robert Burton. Now if we look at the frontispiece of this book, it's somewhere in here. Let's take a look. There's a picture of a madman here. Why? Because the book is about melancholy. It's about depression, possibly about anxiety as well, about mental disease essentially, but more specifically melancholy. But see what it says. The Anatomy of Melancholy. What it is, with all the kinds, causes, symptoms, prognostics, and several cures of it. So you already know what the book is about, exactly what the book is about, just like you would write your college paper. Now, see how it says here? In 3 partitions. How many partitions? 3 partitions. The man is using the power of 3. Now, this book was written in the 18th century. So it's written in 3 partitions with several sections, numbers, and subsections. And this is the way I teach you how to write, how to put together your argument. The entire book is, in effect, an argument about what melancholy is, causes, and so on and so on. It's simply a book about melancholy. So how do you write about melancholy? So in which parts would you divide it? Well, he tells you here right away. He tells you, well, I'm dividing this into these parts: kinds, causes, symptoms, prognostics, and several cures. So what is the result? If we look here, and let me pull up partition 1, because these are 3 partitions. These are exactly the 3 partitions right here. Okay, so you can definitely write a book using the power of 3. In fact, you can write a pretty voluminous book. You can write a book in 3 volumes like this one. Okay, it's just the first volume. This is just part 1 of the power of 3. So let's look here. So I believe it was page 111. Let's take a look at the synopsis of the first partition, page 138. So let's turn to page 138 for a second. This is page 138. This is the synopsis, essentially the outline. This is the outline of this entire volume. So, this is not going to work very well, but this is it. Look, these are all the sections and subsections. See how he divided it into parts. So just look at it. It's pretty amazing that the man knew in advance exactly what he's going to be writing in every single section and subsection, not necessarily in every paragraph. He didn't need to, but he needed to know exactly what to do when outlining this book. Now, this is just the outline, or the synopsis, the way he calls it, of partition 1, meaning volume 1. And we're talking about 500 pages. We're talking about 500 pages. So you see, this is my point. All I'm saying is, use the power of 3, use my methods. You can write a book if you wanted to, but if you need to write just a 3-page, 10-page, 20-page paper, my methods are certainly going to work for you, and they're certainly going to help you write as much as you want and as much as you need. And this is not an empty claim. I'm showing you. Look, this is exactly the methodology that the man used to write 3 volumes using the power of 3. And you can certainly write a 10-page paper.